and we have begun.
Oh my gosh!
Are you excited? Here we go.
Friend.
Cheers, friend.
Yes, cheers, please.
This is the first
First time we've like seen each other since,
forever.
forever.
Yeah, 1,000%. No doubt. And no one has ever come to this studio space.
I feel honored
all.
to be the first person.
Is it what you thought it like? Does it look different from there?
It definitely. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot that goes into it. It's cute though when I watch it on the YouTube, what the kids call it. I'll be like, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I hope I look as pretty on camera as you guys do.
Well, I think since you took the glasses off,
Right.
it'll be better.
I mean, you're like kind of blurry, but that's also like me not seeing you in the alcohol.
But all we need is right. Yeah, you're right. Besides the drinks beforehand, you're all good to go.
I'm all good. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I don't need to see because it is what it is.
It's just the voice.
It's just the voice. It
I think
captures
that
me.
like people don't understand. Even if you watch some like regular ass podcast, no matter what it is,
Right.
I've always said this, like when you watch people on the red carpet or some shit, you don't realize they're standing twice as close as we are right now, and there's a microphone right here. Like people,
That's crazy.
People think that they're talking like normally,
Yeah.
but you gotta. It's a little uncomfortable. You have to get into like a nice confined space because this looks good,
It
whether
does.
there's daylight out or it's nighttime.
That's dope.
That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
And I think the background helps. But I was saying I want something like,
I like the blue.
here.
Yeah. What did you?
I like the blue, but I feel like a stop snitching and like a red, like a neon sign will be dope.
That's what I was saying.
It'll
Yeah,
be dope.
like a sign would be cute.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, wait, hold on. So we got. Let me do the intro.
Oh, it's the intro.
Well, who the fuck are you? No one knows.
Oh my gosh!
He said, "Wait, all of my followers are."
I was like, wait a minute, what?
So, I want everyone to know the original idea of this was like it was going to be Adriana and I, and we're going to talk about stuff, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I think you can see right now. This is one of my best friends, Terrell. We'll plug you up 100%. What's your Instagram?
Oh, _Terrell James on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram,
That's verified.
OnlyFans.
For the
Coming
triple X.
soon.
For
For the people who want to get a little down and dirty.
But the idea is like, okay, it was going to be Adriana and I who are going to have this podcast together.
Uh-huh.
If I can fit a bigger table in here, I can. But I feel like 2 people is almost like the max. I mean, you can fit, like, we could put a third person
We could put a
here,
third person here.
But you gotta just kind of get real close and tight. And that's the difference. I'm like, I want people to feel comfortable. But anyway.
Especially during, like, this whole
Yeah,
COVID thing.
during the whole thing is
6
like...
feet apart, bro.
I
That's
work,
not even 6 feet.
right, we're not 6 feet. It's like 2 feet.
I mean,
But when we started this, my original intention was, okay, it'll be Adriana and I, and then I always wanted to have my friends on or people on that I want to talk to.
Right.
Down the third. But then we started this, and then COVID happened, and then it was like, I don't feel comfortable bringing other people in because I don't want to subject them to anything that I could possibly have. Because as anybody who knows who's been watching this, like Adriana and I both work every single day outside with these crazy fucking people.
Right.
And what am I supposed to do? I began the COVID from anyone. So,
and I'm out here just exposing myself to it, but it's just,
Yeah.
I don't care, I've been home for 3 months. I need
Right,
interaction with other people besides the people that I live with. Oh
so
my
we've got to the
gosh.
point where I'm like, fuck it. No
It
one's
is what it
gotten
is.
sick.
Yeah.
We good. You're good.
I'm good.
We both consented to this. And we're ready to go. Like I don't have anything else to say about it. But you were always one of the first, probably the first person I ever wanted to have on here.
Oh, thanks.
Just because you've got the personality. Like it's everything. Everything's going on 10, 100%, if not 11, all the time.
All the time.
And you're a lights, camera, action kind of person. Like your person. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because you know that a lot of people do not.
Right.
You meet people who have amazing personalities, and then when they're put on the spot, you're like, oh, and then you realize, oh, you're just putting this on.
For sure.
You're not. This isn't actually what's happening.
Which is fine. You could have a persona, but
Yeah.
like you gotta be ready. You gotta be down for it. I'm just like, I'm it.
Yes. So this is Terrell.
I'm Terrell, everybody.
Terrell.
Hi.
I don't know how to introduce you other than like one of my best friends met you when we were both working for Target before we
Yes.
both left Target.
before we both left Target.
Which is fucking gang out here. free shit.
Unlocked, unchained me, obviously, because Target was... But, you know, good things came out of Target. I met some of my really good friends, best friends out of Target, you and Tawana and stuff like that. Chantel I've met out of Target, but other than that, Target was like a year of my life that I will never get back. But it was great. Target was great. I met Nathan. I was like, I didn't care. I was like, oh,
why did I come to you? Do you remember?
Because you came because you were opening up a different store in a different another smaller
out in Jersey.
So
you're from Philly.
I'm from Philadelphia, you guys. Right. If you can't hear the accent, I talk pretty fast. Hopefully you guys.
Do you think you have an accent?
Do you don't feel that way?
I don't think you have.
I feel like every time I go somewhere,
really,
people are like, oh, you have an accent. When I lived in Alabama, they was like, oh, you have an accent, and I said,
oh, okay,
sure?
Alabama's. That's a different thing.
True. They're pretty slow down there. They was like, oh, you talk really fast.
They're pretty slow down there.
They're like, oh, you talk really fast, and I was like, maybe. All right, so I'm gonna slow it down for you guys. So I'm from Philadelphia. Yeah. I met Nathan at my Target. He was coming to train with me.
And your first impressions of me, we were like, oh, this square ass.
I thought you were a douche. I thought you were a douche. You know what? This is what happened.
1,000%.
I came into work and they was like, oh, we have people here. We have a guy here from a different store. And I was like, okay, sure. And then you were with Will like your first couple days.
Oh.
And you had your nose ring in, right? So
yes, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that I had a nose ring.
You did have a nose ring.
And the nose ring was decent, too.
You were cute.
Adriana misses the nose ring.
Does she?
Oh, that was my little bit of sex appeal. You know what I'm saying? That
a little bit of spice.
Yes, that was my little bit. Yes, that was my spice. Because after that, she's like, "You just white now.
Yeah,
you're just white.
You're just regular.
Oh my god,
you're just a regular guy.
Yes.
But you had this nose ring, and Will was like, "Oh, Terrell, this is Nathan," and it was me and Brianna. We were in apparel, and I was like, "Okay, who is he?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm Nathan," and I said,
you're white.
You're okay. Sure.
You're okay.
Okay.
I'll allow this.
Yeah,
for the day.
This is fine. And you walked away and I said, he looks like a douche.
That is so funny.
That's so crazy,
Did you
right?
say that as soon as my back was turned?
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I don't have no filter. Like, I'm going to say what I feel. And I was like, he's a douche. And, me and Brianna are going to talk. And I'm just like, he's a douche. But it's whatever. So then that same day, Nora came to me. She's like, oh, Nathan's going to be with you for
and
like
Nora
a couple
was your
days.
Boss.
Nora was my boss.
Yes.
And I was like, sure, if you feel like I'm appropriate to train people, if you feel like I'm equipped to train people, which I am because I'm the best, but if you feel like this is today. And she was like, yeah, I think it'll be good. I said, what is he going to be? She was like, oh, he's going to be guest services. I said, why he's not with somebody else? Like, why he got to be with me? Because they want to. I don't care. Anywho.
So basically, by chance, we happen to be put together.
Right.
By the end of the day, we created this friendship because basically I turned out to not be 100% of what you thought I was.
You turned out to not be a
total douche. Yeah.
You were kind of douchey.
Which is fair.
When we first started talking, I said, douche. And I gave it right down. I said, this is what I don't do. This is what we're going to do today. Yes. And that's it. And you were like, okay. And I said, oh, he can rock with me. Because other trainees was like, oh, I got to go over this. F that. This is what we're going to do today. Forget that plan. Forget what they told you you're going to do today. This is what we're actually going to do today. Because this is real life.
I think that is more to my personality. It's like if I'm coming to you and you're supposed to train me, I'm not here to push your buttons. Like, this is your store. Because at the end of the day, what I feel like a lot of people don't understand is you're also doing your job as you're training me. So I'm here to be in the mix. This isn't about me. This is about, like, us.
Exactly.
In the moment. So when you figured out that I wasn't going to be like, yeah, I would really like to take notes on
page 3 I was like, oh, he can rock with me.
Right. And then
because everybody else was like,
exactly.
Are you sure? This is how we... Put that down. Stop it. This is real life. Like, we're not about to go through this. Yes. And this is how I've always been like that. Like, even when I started training at Target, I said, girl, you don't got to fake for me. Because I don't care. Like, give me the real. Cuss somebody out. Like, for real, because people are crazy. So, like,
well, the difference is, like, learning the business in, like, a city aspect is so much different than learning it in, like, a suburban aspect.
This is true
which is where
as well.
I come from. Like, the suburbs of New Jersey is different than learning it in Philadelphia. And that's where, from a guest service perspective, that was the first things you told me. You were like, yo, you got to understand that guest service here is different than guest service in there. Because when you have someone show up with some dookie covered shorts wanting to return it, it's a you need to get the fuck up out of it for now. We're not. This is not a discussion. We're not talking about this. I'm not taking this. Like, you could call corporate,
and that's it.
1,000%.
I told you one day. I said today I'm not taking returns. I just felt it that day. Right. I said it's Tuesday. We're not taking returns today. So that's just it. Like, what are you talking about? I just don't feel like it today because I don't care. Because it's inner city. People are going to come here and be like, "Oh, I did not." Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't wear this. Girl, yes, you did. You didn't use this.
Here's something I want to ask you. I find it very hard sometimes for myself to... I feel like I am due to... Sorry, this is like a long-winded thought.
Go ahead.
Due to so much exposure to the general public in retail settings.
Uh-huh.
I feel super cynical. Like, I don't believe anyone ever.
Never.
And I think that I have a lot of empathy and sympathy in real life. Like, when I'm not at work, if you're someone who comes to me and I know you, that's different. But, like, when you hear the sob stories from work, it's like I've almost built up this tolerance over time where it's like, if the dollar bill is the bottom line, it's super hard for me to listen to you give me this whole sob story about stuff, because I'm like, the amount of crazy lies and sob stories that I've heard in my time, is I'm like, if I believe you, I have to believe everyone.
Exactly.
And that's tiring.
They don't get that like somebody before you had another crazy story, and I had to pretend to believe them, and I was just like, you're coming to me like, oh my God, the crib fell on my 2-year-old. Don't care. I think you're less, to be honest. You're not going to return it. Your 2-year-old slept in it.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like the same way. I feel like I'm built with tolerance for people. Even when I go, and I'm not an employee, and I go to like retailers, and I'm like in line, and people are just like, oh my gosh, like somebody like swiped my purse, or like my baby daddy took my card. You don't got the money. Can I pay for my stuff? And that's just it. Like, I just be over it. Like, what are you talking about? But if you're but if it's real life and I know you, I'm just like, oh yeah.
Right. Like, if I don't have that human relationship to you,
right, then
this is too much. Like, to a certain extent, I'm like, why? It sounds really bad, but why do you think I care? Is that too much?
No, it's not. No, it's not bad. Because I feel like people expect you to care.
Yeah, I deal with too many people.
I don't.
If the bottom line is you're showing up for a transaction. If I have A and you need B to get C,
right?
If you don't have that, we're not getting there. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + nothing does not equal 2. You don't get to that point without having what you need. I got what I need.
Exactly.
I got it. It's right here. But you're showing up without what you need. So why am I supposed to overcompensate for you?
So you think I'm supposed to bend backwards for you? That's not how life works.
Right.
You can't come and tell. You can't come.
And that's different than customer service. To me, customer service is being there for a customer. If you do not have it, you are not a customer. You are not a potential customer.
That's it.
You are not a future customer. You have no money. And if we were running off of happiness and love,
we all would be
buy
rich.
Anything that you want.
I would be a billionaire.
But you got no money.
I would not be living.
And that does kill me, because I do think in my like regular life, I am more than money. I'm like, in my regular life, I don't care.
For sure.
If we're going out to dinner and you don't have money, I'll pay for your dinner. I genuinely am that person. But if it is like at work and I need to support you and I don't know you and you're my customer, like, now we're doing too much.
Right.
I'm here for you.
So wait, so when you go out to dinner, right? So say if your friends don't have any money, they're just like,
yeah,
oh, Nathan, I don't have any money. You're gonna spot it, right?
Well, hold on. I need to know before beforehand. None of my friends do that to me.
Of
like,
course.
I wouldn't go to a dinner. At the end of the dinner, my friends are like, oh, bro, I got no bread. I'd be like, oh, well, you got no ride home. That's crazy. Like,
so I guess this is where it's at.
Your body.
So wait, so do you go to dinners for like birthdays and stuff? So say if your friend was like, oh, my friend's having a birthday, come with me. Do you go to those things?
Are they my direct friend?
No. So say if
you invite me to
say I was like, Nathan,
birthday?
like, come to this dinner with me, right? Like, it's a big dinner for my friend's birthday. Do you go to those?
I mean, if I was like invited, I guess.
But I don't go. And I'm going to tell you why.
If you're not directly related.
Yeah, if I'm not directly your friend, I'm not going to go.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you for the invitation, but I'm not going to go. And I'm going to tell you why. Because people become mathematicians when the bill comes.
So wait, if you are invited to a dinner in any capacity, do you assume that you should show up with no money? Or do you still show up with money? I'm just curious.
I show up with money.
Right.
But my whole thing is that, like, I don't know. So say me, you, and like one of our other friends was going out to dinner. I'm good. If you said, oh, I don't have enough for my bill, I got it, right? Or, you know what? More example, when the bill comes, we all just split it. No matter who got what. I don't care because you're my friend, right? But when it comes to like a big dinner like that, I bring cash and I put up however much my bill is because people like to count pennies when it comes to stuff like that. And it annoys me.
But you're just showing up accountable. That's all.
That's me. Other people do not.
Put it like this. It's two things. Bottom line, no matter what the situation is, I am never, and I mean this genuinely, even if I'm out with my parents, it's my birthday dinner and they're taking me out. Like, the total opposite, like the spectrum of like, I'm not paying for anything guaranteed.
Right.
I am still never ordering something that I would not pay for myself.
Period.
That's the biggest thing to me. For real.
For real.
Like, even though it's my birthday, I'm going to order the same thing that I would want if I was going to pay for it, because I think that's fucked up to buy like the lobster ravioli for $60 and bourbon and wine when it's not like you're racking up the bill, bro. Like, that's...
But those are people to be like, oh, let's all just split it.
But what I was going to say is, hold on. What I'm going to say is, the first piece is, when I'm out 100% of the time, I'm only ever ordering something that I would pay for myself. I'm not racking up the bill on your behalf because you're paying for me. That's fucked up. The second thing is, if we are splitting a bill, now, I'm a very agreeable dude. I'm not going to hold it up because whatever it is. But I would say 9 times out of 10, if I'm going to split a bill, I am going to be the first one to offer to split the bill. And I'm going to say, let's just split it 3 ways. The same way that you said. If I'm out with 8 people, and we've all been eating, we've all been drinking, even if you had 4 drinks, and I had 2 drinks, and I had 1 meal, and you had an appetizer, at the end of the day, it is not worth all of us sitting here being like, hold on, so if that was $11.99, and that was 3, and that was... You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I hate that shit.
I'm not pulling my calculator out for nothing. Okay?
Nothing.
If it's $100, we go in 100 divided by how many people are at this table. Put the bread up.
But that's why I only go to dinners with my friends. If you invite me to a big dinner and you was like, oh, it's like 10 people coming, I will not attend. Because I do not have the time for people to be like,
you don't know them.
I don't know them. I don't know. I don't think people have the time.
If you're out with your friends, that works, right? Because I'm the same way. I
really
don't care.
I'm a split it. I don't care how many drinks you had. I like to drink. My friends like to drink. Right. We all have drinks. That's it. But if I had 4 drinks and if I had 3 drinks and you had 4 drinks, I could care less. Split it.
Now tell me this though.
Take it.
Tell me this though.
Take the money.
4 drinks versus 3 drinks. But like we've been drinking like bourbon and stuff prior to this.
Yeah.
What I will do is, as a caveat. Like, my friends are, like, big beer drinkers.
Okay.
So I go out to the bar, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have, like, 3 whiskeys. And I know that's, like, 4 times the value of the drinks. To be nice, I'll be like, all right, we're going to split it 3 ways, but like I got the tip. Like you, in the back of your mind, are you always calculating?
I will do.
Right?
Yeah, I will do that. If I feel like I know in my mind that like I've spent more than you, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna get that tip.
Or I'll be like, my bill was $150, but
or I'll be like,
all splitting my
or
bill.
I'll be like, whatever you want to put down is however much you want to put down. I will cover the rest because I'm a secure person. I come with money wherever I come to, or any type of finance. I come prepared, so I know how much I can drink. I know how much I can eat. So like, I'm gonna come prepared regardless. If you was like, oh, I got you, it does not matter. We can split it, but
as soon as we pick up the bill and they're like, oh, okay, so I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, as soon as that happens, I'm just like,
I'm sorry, but are you about to pull out a highlighter?
They got a pencil.
Are we gonna color code?
I thought this girl once pull out a pen. It was like this. So, this is what I had. Does anybody else want to put their card down? And I said, oh, I should have got cash.
Person.
You know what? Because when I bring cash, now I could just leave my money on the table. My bill was $50. I put down $60. And now I can go.
Right.
Because y'all do what y'all want.
I'll overcompensate.
Yeah, because I don't have time to sit down and for everybody to go around the table and put down what their card number is.
Right.
That's too much. Y'all are trying it. I like to go.
My favorite is, you ever been there and you get the bill and then you figure out exactly how much everyone knows and their tip, and then I've been with people where they flip over the bill.
Yes.
Write the last 4 of each. You've been. Oh my.
Yes. Here's the pin. The pin came out of nowhere. She didn't even ask me for the pin.
I've been at tables with 8 people for a dinner where I thought we were all cool. Ooh. Literally, okay, Nathan got this. That equals this times 20%. Okay, that's you and your tip. What's the last 4 of your card? 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's here. And then the next card is here, and the next card is. I was like, oh, no. I'm sorry. Are we all adults? Do we all have money? Because this is too much.
That's why I keep a close circle of friends, because I don't have time for that.
Way too
I will
much.
die. I'm dying. I'm ready to go. We just spent 30 minutes talking about the bill. I could have got to the bar and got another drink by now. I could have been wasted sexting my partner at this point. Like I could have been getting dick pics.
The bar is different though. The bar is different. If I show up to the bar with you and I'm like, "What you want?" Cool, we good. Boom.
Right.
I'm paying for it.
Exactly.
I'm not the bar like, okay, Sherelle, you can Venmo me $8. Yeah, right.
Like,
right. It's over, bro. No.
I got you.
People who are petty over the bill. That's some 2018 shit. We're over that. We got COVID. We got Black Lives Matter. We got a lot of shit going on right now.
If somebody comes to me,
the bill does not
after
matter.
The government, after the country opens, it says, "Let's put how much you have, girl? I waited 20 months for it to open. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. I do not care. Just you know what? Here's my card. It has enough money on it. Just
take it.
Let's go. I'm ready to go. Let's all just get up and let's leave. Because I have it. Yeah. Please, I don't have time for this. I want the world to open, and I'm ready to go out, and I'm ready.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
I think what we were talking about earlier is such an interesting thing. We talked about a lot prior to this. But the idea that both of us know someone direct, like 1 degree from separation from us.
Yes.
Who got COVID-19, who got the coronavirus, right? That person was already immunocompromised to a certain degree.
Uh-huh.
And we were directly related to those people and never got it, ever. Now, whether we were asymptomatic,
right.
We got it, we were fine, whatever.
It's
mic drop. Like,
it's a strange thing, this virus.
I'm not putting anyone on blast who doesn't want to be on blast, but
of course.
These are people who are
we
are with every day.
Yes.
Every day. You're fine, your family's fine, I'm fine, Adriana's fine, my family's fine. We both quarantined ourselves when those people were there to help ourselves, to move on, but very interesting. The same relation, like that same like line of, okay, well, these people got sick.
Uh-huh.
They were both compromised from the beginning, and then that did its thing.
Yep.
But we interacted with those people while they had it, before they knew that they had it.
Yep.
And we still never got it.
Still never got it. Still never showed nothing. Like, I was just like, oh, okay. Like, definitely. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to get it. Just give it to me. Bring it on. Because I just hate the fear of stuff. Like, I just get it up front, right? Yeah. And then a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by. Still no symptoms? I'm just like, whoa.
Right.
Like, what am I supposed...
And our people got it and recovered.
And they're
fine. And we've been with them
again. We're still interacting with these people. So it's just... It's
not
strange.
to say that I believe that it's a thing. I'm not a conspiracy thing. Oh, it's bullshit. Yeah. Just to get
nobody
Trump out of office. No, I'm not doing that. I believe that it's real. You know what?
Because at first I was like that.
But the details on it are hazy.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell me they know what the fuck's going on. There's no way.
Because everybody reacts to it differently, regardless of prior conditions or symptoms. Everyone reacts to it differently.
Right.
So it's just very strange. So before I knew somebody that got it, I was like, this isn't real. Like, this isn't a real thing, because I don't know anybody that has it. Like, I don't know anybody that has been carried away from it. It's just very strange. So like I said, I was skeptic at first when this whole virus came out, but then I was like, oh, I know somebody that has it. Like, it's for real. But still, I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. I know some people are probably like, oh, no, it's a big deal.
You're going to be insensitive.
I'm going to be insensitive.
And
I can't be insensitive. I'm black and gay. But that's it. I can't be insensitive. Like, live my life. But it's just very interesting. And now all this stuff is going on, and
you living in Philadelphia as a city person,
right?
That's different than me living in like the suburbs of New Jersey.
That's right, because you guys because I feel like the people in the suburbs really took it a little more seriously than the people in the city did. Because when I would go and drop my brother off to like work, who works in the city, people were still out. They were still running, jogging, driving. Like, it was still traffic.
I feel like that's a lifestyle, though. Like,
like,
to a certain extent, you're not going to stop that. Yeah, like, people are outside.
Yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah,
they was like, I'm still going to be outside. I'm still going to do my daily routine. Like, it does not matter to me. And I was a person that was like that. I'm like, I'm still going to do my daily routine. And even after I knew somebody that got it, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
so now.
I haven't gotten to talk to anyone who's also been like 1 degree of separation removed from someone who had it.
Yeah.
And like what we were saying before is it's like the scare tactic of it on the news and online, and you think you're going to get it and your body is going to disintegrate to the ground and you die immediately, and it's this whole thing. Like, bro, when you know people who have had it, it's the same way where I was using the analogy before, like, if you've ever been somewhere where, like, something bad has happened prior, just because you went to Minnesota before in your life, just because that horrible thing happened in Minnesota, does not mean that if you go to Minnesota, it is guaranteed to happen to you.
Right.
That's different. Like, that one thing that happened, we are not minimizing that horrible thing that happened. But that one thing should not scare you from interacting in that environment forever. Forever?
Forever. It seems like it's going to be forever.
God. It's exhausting.
It's like it's going to be forever. God. I just want to go outside. Like, allow me to to do stuff.
Yeah, it's like, I want to get on a plane. Like, I want to go somewhere.
Oh, I'm going somewhere because at this point I could care less.
I don't care.
But
I feel like it is fair to say the only reason you feel that way is because maybe we are few and far between.
Yeah.
But it's because we've interacted with these people who have had it, who got it, and we're okay. Our families are okay. So since you've been conditioned to be around this thing and it happened and you're okay, you're like, I'm willing to take the risk.
The risk, yeah.
Because what could be a higher risk
the fear of the unknown.
This person that I'm with every single day got it.
Like, Every day.
How is it different if I'm
it's
in a
just
plane?
It's the fear of the unknown. Until you have somebody that close to you, that 1 degree separation, you just will keep having this fear.
Right.
People are just fear of the unknown. People just don't like to know what's happening. They just don't like. Everybody's a control freak for sure. Mm-hmm. They just like the control they have over how their life's going to happen, which is fine. You're good.
Yeah.
But me. Now, at this point, I'm just like...
You'll take the risk.
I'm out of here. I'm out. Like, give it to me. Give it. I'm good.
But I feel like that's warranted after 3-4 months. You are one of the few who's really done their job. Like, you've been at home.
At home. Like, I've been at home.
I was going to say...
Wait, hold on. It's my mother. Yes.
Where you at? What's your setup?
I'm at my... Mom, we're doing a podcast. Please, can I call you back in like 2 seconds? I'm with my friend Nathan. Say hi, Nathan.
Hey.
Hi, Nathan.
Hey, what's up, Mom? How are you?
I'm with my friend Nathan.
We'll get your mom on here, too. I love that. She
Mom,
saw it on your Instagram?
On the podcast.
You saw that on the Instagram?
I will call you back. Okay, goodbye.
I love that. Christ. A mom who calls you to figure out where you set up at.
Because I put it on Instagram, and she follows me on Instagram.
She's
so
a
she's
follower.
Like... Yeah, she's a follower.
She interacts. No ghost.
She's going to...
No ghosting.
Because my mom secretly loves you.
Does she secretly love me? No,
yes.
I don't know.
So the day that you and Adriana went on live, when you did her makeup.
Oh, yeah?
And I was on live, and I was like watching you on live. She was like, "Oh my God, who was that?" I was like, "My friend Nathan. Remember you met him that one time?" She said, "Oh, the white guy. Yes, I remember him." And then when you guys put the video out, you do her makeup, and then you guys on YouTube. She said, "Oh my God, I love him. He's so funny." I said, "He's okay.
I'm the funny one. Let's go. I'm hype."
I said, "Bob, he's okay, but
You're
sure."
Trash. You're just like
I was like, "Sure," but she's about to be so excited when I go home. She would be like, "Oh my God, I was so."
She'll be able to watch the video.
I was on the video, Bob. Sure.
Right, she's like, plug me.
Sure. Yes, plug my social media. Plug my social media. This is. My mom's an influencer. Did I tell you that? She's an influencer. Like what? If it was a category of influencer, right? My mom would be one of them. She has like she has like labels. Really? She does like the skincare stuff. I feel like your mom
would be an incredible guest for me.
She's a.
Would she? Would she
for
be
sure.
an incredible guest? I would love to have your mom on the podcast. 1,000%.
She's like character. She's an influencer.
I feel like actually that'd be an interesting like getting moms on the podcast, talking to moms about shit.
First of all, I love your mom. She's so adorable.
Oh. Should I get my mom on the podcast?
Yes! Oh my God, I would die.
My God,
I would die. I love her.
I don't know if she would be able to do it.
She would be like, what's going on? But she would be so cute though, doing it though. She would be so cute.
It is true. My mom like bats 1,000. If you've met my mom, she's like. She meets you and she's like, "Oh my God, I love you.
Yes.
What do you need to be you?" Like that's what she is, right?
Yeah,
she's
she
like,
was very
Terrell,
amazing.
What do you need to be you? And you're like, "Oh, I need X, Y, and Z." And she's like, "Great.
Wait.
We've got that here. Here you go." And you're like, "Oh, so I can just be me?" And she's like, "Oh, be you." That's my mom. It's the greatest thing ever.
Can I talk about the first time I met your mom was at your housewarming? She was very sweet to me, right? But your grandpa was the icing on the cake. Because he thought me and Brianna were together. Hilarious.
Wait, but give it the breakdown. Who's Brianna?
So Brianna's my best friend. She's a woman. I'm a gay man. She's also likes the same sex. So she dates girls. Right. So you're a girlfriend. Yeah. So we came to Nathan's housewarming together.
So the idea that you two are together, you're like...
Right, because we were so close.
We're the best straight couple ever.
Right, because that's our interaction. So we're two pretty people, right? I'm like this tall guy. She's like this pretty brown-skinned girl. And your grandpa was like, yeah, you guys like I forgot what he said to us. But I was like...
I probably thought he's like, oh, you're the two black people. That's probably what he's thinking. He's like... Oh.
He like saw us out there and he was like, "Oh, who are you guys?" I was like, "Oh, I'm Terrell, Brianna," and he was like, "Oh, that's a fine young woman right there." I said, "She is great. She's a great person." Yes. He was like, you be good to her." I said, "I will. I will be good to her for sure."
I'm gonna take her home.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be safe. I I love her. She's great. He's like, this is what relationships are meant to be built on.
He just like kept going, and I was like,
I don't.
I was like, oh wait. I was like, I didn't say wait, but I was like, whoa. Brianna, me and Brianna I was like, oh, child, he think we together. He think we about to kiss or like.
You look at each other, you're like, I don't kiss her. I love how that's like you're like, oh, it's all good, but
yeah, I love her.
We hug.
But
it's a quick.
I'll sleep in the same bed as her. Like, we will do everything together, but we will not past that threshold. I mean,
is it?
I love her.
Do you think old white men and old black men, or any other like minority ethnicity, all come from that same place where they would look at you the same way? Like, would an old pop on the black side of your family look at you and Brianna and think that?
For sure. Like, if he didn't know me, if he didn't know you, if he didn't know me,
too.
or like. Or where I came from, yes. Initially, he would be like, "Oh, that's a fine couple right there. That's a fine two people couple right there." They're not gonna think anything about it. And even when I like talk to them, they still be like,
"Does that happen to you and Brie though, like that? Or you and like another female friend of yours?"
It happens to me and Brie a lot
because I love you, but the second I met you, I was like, "Oh, he's gay." But old people don't know that. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
But here's
old people. I'm like, are you serious?
I
talk to my. I'm like, you think he likes girls for real?
As soon as I talked to your grandpa, a pocketbook fell out my mouth. Like a purse was like it was on the ground. I was like,
you tighten your bra.
I was like,
as soon as I was like,
she's lovely. Yes. And he was like, yeah, he's gonna dick her down. That's what he said in his mind. Right. And I was like, no, for sure not, because I sound like this.
And once again, I don't mean to make gay men hyper feminine. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, you meet someone and you know they're gay 1,000%. Like, you're my friend. I'm like,
you know what? Bro. I'm gonna say it depends, because if I don't feel the vibe from you, I could give you very much regular TERRELL, which is like.
Oh, you feel like you can give like a straight vibe?
I give a straight vibe.
If you need
I have gotten that.
What's your straight vibe like?
I can't put it on right now.
Because I know you. You're straight, but you're still a little too gay. So I can't figure this shit out.
So I can't tell you. But I have gotten that before. Because when I don't initially talk to people or like open up to them, I come off very cold or very like standoffish. So it comes off very masculine in a way. Like, I don't talk like this. Like, I talk in a different voice, I think. I don't know I'm doing it, but when I don't know somebody or don't feel comfortable, I will come off very much like,
cool. Yeah, sure. Cool. Whatever.
Yeah. One words. It is what it is. I've gotten it a lot,
That's
actually.
Interesting. Like, you feel like there's that parallel between hyper masculinity and like a lack of like not a lack of but a short communication style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where if I don't know you, it's like, yo.
Right. Because straight men come off very, some straight men come off very.
He was like, not you.
Not you, but
gay, but
it's all good. Come off very short or very intimidating.
Because that's the feedback I've always gotten. I think that's the same feedback that you would give me the first day that you met me. You're like, oh, I don't know this kid. Fuck him. But then the more that you
talk to
you go back and forth with me, you're like,
yeah.
Oh. Like when I'm like hyper genuine and authentic with you, you realize, okay, well, he's dropping the like facade of whatever he's supposed to be, so I'm gonna be the way that I want to be.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take it from there.
For sure. Yeah, no, I feel that way.
I feel like for sure. My sexuality is at like the most metro.
It's very metro.
On the cusp of gay. But I have sex with women. Is that fair? Is that fair?
No, that's
I feel like it's fair. Like the.
I never questioned your sexuality. I was like, oh, he's definitely a straight man, but I don't care because he's awesome.
Because he's gay enough.
He's gay enough.
That's me. That's me. Yes, that's me. I'm gay enough. I can get there.
That you can get there.
But I have sex with women. But I feel like most of the time when I'll like look at. We'll like watch a show, like Adriana and I'll be like, is he attractive? Like I'll look at him and I'll be like, I think he's an attractive man.
But I love
for
that.
Sure.
But I love that though. I love when people are like secure in sexuality.
That's fucked up.
Because you can
straight men. That's not a real thing.
Oh,
the
Jesus.
Straighter you are, right? We definitely agree on this.
Yeah, for sure. 1,000%.
If you are pinpoint straight, you're the gayest man I've ever met.
The gayest man.
Right? When you meet a dude who's like, yeah, I'm fucking straight as shit and I just bang vaginas only.
For
I'm
sure.
Like, you only fuck men. There's no
way you fuck bitches.
There's no
way. Because I can fuck bitches before you fuck bitches.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Because that's the shit they don't like.
What straight men don't know is their biggest competition is the gay best friend. Because the gay best friends that I know in my life will fuck the girl that I wish that I could have sex with.
Of course.
1,000% for fun. And that is like the ego. I'm just fucking,
no,
just milking it, bro.
Trust me.
There's no competition better than the gay man.
There's
because
no
if he doesn't like you, he's gonna be like, "Fuck that dude."
Yeah.
And if you really need some pipe,
yeah,
bring it here.
All my straight, be feeling friends be like,
right.
"Oh, do you like him?" No. Get somebody else.
That is
and they'd be
so
like,
funny.
There you go. They'd be like, yeah, it's not gonna work. And I'd be like, yeah, it's because he's trash. Like, it's disgusting. Like, you don't have to be so super masculine to appeal
the hyper
to people.
masculinity thing is like
they're queers.
The ultimate gay shit. To me.
They're definitely
it's like
fuck guys. For sure. They fuck guys. Like, for sure. Like, I'm 100%. I'm 100% sure.
Oh my god.
Like, there's no way. There's no way you are like, oh yeah, I'm this. You.
That's cute.
Fuck assholes. But like guys assholes. That's what you fuck. Like, get out of here. You sucked it. You sucked the penis before.
Yo.
For sure. So when I met you, I was like, oh no, he's for sure straight. Because I've met guys like you that are like borderline metrosexual, and like.
Right.
You do girls, which I love that. Like
it's like I love that dynamic.
I love that dynamic. I
love
prefer that. Like, I want my
thing.
friends
That's
to end up with
so
people like that. Yeah.
Like
yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck that thing. Ugh, I gotta be a man. That shit is stupid. Like, you're dumb.
Yeah. The whole being a man shit is annoying.
That's
so annoying. As a straight man, there's nothing worse than another straight man being like, bleh. I'm a man and I have sex with women. I'm like, bro.
We get it. I got sex with women too.
Right.
So what are you saying?
Right. Just.
like these. Like, this is this.
That's how I feel.
This is it. Congratulations.
Anytime you meet someone hyper basket, I'm like.
I fuck girls.
Like,
okay. So have I.
Right.
And what are we saying?
We all have sex with
we have sex with everybody.
Right.
So what are you saying right now?
So that's why I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, if that's who you are, that's great. Be that person.
Right.
But you don't get to put other people down.
Yeah.
About being themselves.
It's
because life is so much easier when you wake up every day and you're like, oh, there's this whole spectrum that I get to live on.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
And today I'm going to be here. And today I'm going to be here. And today I'm going to be here. Because that's how the day goes. Mm. Sometimes men are so nice to me during the day. I'm like, you know what? I'm gay. And then other days I'm like, wow, all these women are nice to me. Never mind. I love women.
So do you use that?
And that can change.
You use that to your advantage? You use that to your advantage?
Oh, I was talking about this with Adriana. Bro, 1,000%. Let me say this very clearly.
Go ahead.
If you think that you do not use your sexuality on every piece of the spectrum, whether you think you are the straightest man or the gayest man,
true,
to get what you want, and I'm not saying that in a hyper predatory way, I'm just saying, if you wake up in the morning and you go to Dunkin' Donuts and the person on the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts, you say something to and she has a cute response back to, and you initiate some sort of action based upon that response, you're trying to get a little bit better cup of coffee. You're trying to have a little bit better experience in this moment.
Yeah, no, for sure.
a big part of my job is sales. Whether or not I make the sale or not, I want to enjoy the experience that I have with this person. Whether that's a man, woman, or a younger person or older person, I am trying to use any sort of ability that I have attraction-wise to this person to create some sort of connection to make this transaction easier on me.
For sure.
Because I'm worried about me.
Yeah.
And I want this to be easier for me. Am I crazy for thinking that?
No. Trust me.
You use it with your partner. You use it at work.
I use it all the time.
I'm not saying that you're using it to only sleep with people.
Yeah.
But don't tell me that you are ignorant to the fact that you don't use your ability as a person, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, hypersexual, non-sexual, gay, straight, whatever it is.
Right. I mean,
there's definitely times that I've been at the Starbucks drive-thru where the barista's definitely gay and I'm flirting 1,000%. You're telling me women don't flirt with men they do not find attractive to get something that they want?
They do that all the
time. I will throw this chair through the fucking wall. Are you serious? This is like gender 101,
I mean,
bro.
sex sells.
Sex
sells. If you are an attractive person, it will get you. I mean, I hate to say this, but I really do, because it's personality does get you to place. But if you're an attractive person, it gets you far.
Talk about it
in life. It really does. It makes things a little bit more easier. Which is so.
I gotta pee. Go ahead.
Which is so trash to say.
This
but
is your little few minutes of your soul.
Okay, so yes, if you are an attractive person, you will get a lot of things out of life. That's all I can say. You will get all the opportunities in life. It's horrible to say, but if you are attractive to, not to say that everybody's not attractive, because somebody's attractive to somebody. If you're attractive to somebody, you're going to get more from that experience, for sure. If you're at Starbucks, if you're at somebody's calling. If you're at your local drive-through, you're going to get more things. So, I mean, using your attractiveness or your sex appeal isn't wrong. It's very much, I mean, use it, girl. Use what you got to get what you want. Like, if somebody feels like you are their type, then use it. I would totally use everything I have. I'm a smart person, but if you have it, then give it. Like, if you feel like somebody is into you, lean into it. It'll get you further in this life. Somebody did call you. I ignored it. I don't know.
No one called me.
I swear to God, somebody just called you on the thing.
Oh, Adriana called me.
Oh, was it Adriana?
Yeah, Adriana.
Oh, I did.
Yes, Adriana did call me.
You know why? Because I don't have my glasses on.
Yo.
First, you're always doing the podcast.
Wait, hold up. But who's here?
Yes. Wait, boo, I didn't know it was you. I don't have my glasses on. That's why.
I am literally so upset.
I don't have my glasses on. So I was like, who's calling him? I'm talking about being pretty, which you are.
So pretty.
So I was like, I'm talking.
You're like Mr. Steal Your Man.
We were just talking about like hypersexual masculinity, like versus being gay, getting what you want if you're a woman or a man, like at the bottom line.
I didn't even know it was you. Oh my God, hey, I miss you.
I'm so sad. I wish I had off. I would have made dinner.
I told him I'm gonna make some salmon.
What time do you get off?
Working 10 o'clock, these fucking bitches.
Oh.
I literally had to tell them, I'm like, Black Lives Matter.
Yes, get off earlier. Want me to call you out of work?
No, I closed tonight.
Oh.
I'm literally like gonna be like 9:30, gotta go, let's go.
Yeah, like let's get out of here.
For real, I was watching I mean, everyone knows this is Adriana.
Right.
But at the bottom line, I was watching The King of Staten Island. And then did you watch it?
No, is it good?
Do you want to watch it?
For sure.
Oh, I'd watch it again. I rented it. It's $20 on Amazon, so I'll watch it 4 times.
You rented it for $20?
You
Yeah.
paid $20?
Whoa, hold up. I'm supporting my stand-up comics. I'm supporting my writers 100%, okay? So the difference is, yes, I did 100%, but then in the middle of it, Terrell did. You just texted me like, oh, how are you doing? That I was like, friend, I'm sitting here. Like,
I literally was on my couch
through.
watching Grey's Anatomy.
And then what I think most people won't understand, but what I do appreciate is, he came over. I was like, what do you want to drink? I've got da-da-da-da and bourbon. He was like, oh, I'll have some bourbon. I was like, Terrell, this is why I'm kind of gay. This is why, this is stupid.
I love bourbon.
I was like, do you want an old fashioned? He was like, I would love an old fashioned. I'm like, me too. Like, yes, I would love an old fashioned as well. Like, this is my drink. I know. God damn. So yeah, she texted me, "Oh, you're busy?" As soon as we didn't pick up.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I saw it.
Everybody knows I'm slightly crazy.
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see who was calling.
No.
So I would have answered.
That's why, because I told him with the setup, I was like, yo, if you can take your glasses off, you won't have like the rings on your eyes. It'll look better, like
right.
with everything like that. He was like, oh, okay, say no more.
Yeah.
But then he couldn't see your phone. And then of course I had to pee in the middle of it and everything like that.
Because you have a baby bladder.
And you're talking to me fucking crazy right now, and I don't appreciate people on the podcast like this.
Terrell, I literally have been begging Nathan all week to call me daddy.
Really?
Imagine having sex with your girlfriend and she's like, call me daddy. I was like, what? She's
Did
like,
you not call her
she
daddy?
was like, and I'll call you mommy. I said,
really-
whoa,
I
hold
wanted-
on. I was like, this is what I mean.
I was
We've
like,
hit the
I'll call you
cusp.
mommy.
But did you say it though?
No.
Why?
I said, what's up? And she said, yep. And went, ding, 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 right on the dick. And that's it. And that's it.
No, I was actually very offended.
Yo, first of all, I love you. Go back to work.
I don't want to.
That's so cute.
Otherwise, she gonna try to be on the podcast. I'm like, what is this? A fucking Zoom call? Like, we're not gonna.
We're
be
on a
on
Zoom
this.
podcast.
We on a Zoom podcast. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Point in our lives, like Zoom is where it's at.
No.
so-
Zoom is where's that?
But fine. I'm just upset that I'm missing it. I'm like having such FOMO.
Oh,
Oh,
don't worry. You'll see
Sorry.
it.
I'll be back over.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like waiting for yours. I've been asking Nathan for yours.
For what, my podcast?
Yes.
We're not gonna talk about it right
We're
now.
gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Okay. We love you. We'll talk to you.
We're not gonna talk about it.
All right. Goodbye.
It's a thing.
Bye.
Please.
Yo, that is so funny. Oh my god. Anyway, isn't it so funny when people call and,
Yes.
and you're like, oh my God.
I was like, who is calling? But I was talking about being pretty, and I was like, deny. Please stop it.
Said
I did not her call.
You're a dime.
I was like, who is this?
Yo.
I couldn't see.
Can you believe I think the craziest thing about this is we've been on here for over 1 hour.
Really?
Yeah. Over an hour at this point. Or very close to an hour.
It doesn't seem
Yep,
like it.
100%. You went to the Black Lives Matter movement, the
I did.
protest in
Of course.
Philadelphia,
Yep.
right?
Yes, I did.
And then I asked you how it went, and you had a super interesting response.
What did I say?
Is that I asked you, I was like, okay, so the Black Lives Matter movement and like an LGBTQ
Oh,
movement,
yes.
where do you feel more at home? Like where do you feel like your voice is heard more? Where are you more powerful? Where are you more impactful?
Yeah.
And you gave me a really, really, really interesting answer, which was that like racism in itself also cuts into the LGBTQ community,
Yes.
where
For
black
sure.
men are also, as you would say, tell me if I'm wrong,
No,
as the
go ahead.
white man speaking
No.
on your behalf, which I
Yes.
totally realized
No, go ahead.
is
I'm listening.
fetishized
Yeah.
by the white man. And their white gaze interact with black gays
Yeah,
differently. Where
for sure.
still the same way that a white man would want to have sex with a black woman
Yep.
is the same way that a white man would want to have sex with a black man.
Yes. It's the same exact way. Like I was telling Nathan.
As you were walking in the Black Lives Matter protest, you're like, oh, there's still this level to this where it's, although Black Lives Matter 1,000%,
Mm-hmm.
black gay lives matter differently.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah,
for sure.
Of course. And I would assume that anyway, but to hear it come from you, I was like, yeah, right, of course.
So yeah, all Black Lives Matter. All Black Lives Matter. When it comes to LGBT community, the Black Lives Matter movement is kind of silent. We are Black lives until we are gay or transgendered or don't fit into the normity, right? Of that. So that's like a thing. And then when it comes to like the Pride Month, so at this point in time it's Pride Month, which is June. It is the Black Lives Matter movement, which is what happened with, the killings or whatever. So it's very much in between for me, because either way I don't feel as welcomed as I should feel. So when it comes to Black Lives Matter, it's Black Lives Matter until somebody's transgender or gay. And then it's Pride until I'm a black man. Because white gays, I don't want to stereotype all white gays, but most of the time white gays only go for the fetishized black man. Like really big, tall, muscular, mandingo-sized black man. Like a dark-skinned chocolate black man. That's what they go for.
Right.
So me, as a light-skinned, which is also a thing in the black community, man.
For light-skinned women as well.
For light-skinned women as well. Yep. For more light-skinned women than light-skinned men.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. If you're a woman, let me just shout out to all the black...
Shout out to all the black women.
All the 100%. Black women. All the black women, 100%. Like, I support you. Because, like, if you... Like, it's... For
Nothing's
me...
harder than being a woman, let alone a black
woman. A black woman.
Oof. Yes.
Like, that's... the ultimate
We're here
thing,
for you. Absolutely,
right?
100%. Yeah.
Like, if you're black, a woman, and gay, that's like 3 things already against you. So, I was telling Nathan that, like, at the movement, I felt like solidarity, but I still felt kind of uncomfortable. Like, I didn't feel like when I expressed my whole self. Like, I was there with my straight female friend.
You were there as a black
I was there as a black man.
But you didn't get to be there as anything else.
I didn't get to be there as a black gay man. Like, I didn't want to
engage as being black.
Other than being black.
Right.
And I feel like I have to choose between the two sometimes, which I don't want to. Like, I'm a black gay man at the end of the day. Like, I'm not black over gay. I'm not gay over black. Like, this is me. This is why I'm a black gay man. And it's hard for me to be that in America. Like, it's so hard for me to be like, it's hard for me to be that in my everyday life, but I take it and I keep going forward from it. Like, the Black Lives Matter movement, I'm going to be there for, because we cannot keep,
because that's also a piece.
It's a piece of me.
Story,
right?
Yeah, right.
So,
of course,
whatever is the movement, I'm going to rock with it. I would love for it to be solidarity and like inclusiveness in both of the things. Like, I want to be a black gay man, but sometimes I have to choose between the two.
The thing that you were talking to me about, which I definitely know is real, but hearing you say it more, is that to a certain extent, it's your story, but being black and gay, there's another degree to that difficulty than being white and gay. Because the end of the day, you're born white. And what I understood, oh man, my dad probably told me this when I was very young, but it really did stick with me, is I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old, and he's like, Nathan, you have to understand, you hit the lottery. You're white.
Wow.
And you're straight.
Wow. Your dad told you this.
And 1,000%, because I was raised Jewish, but my dad's not Jewish, and he's like, You can be Jewish, but that, at the end of the day, is something that you can hide. That's something that people don't have to know if you don't want them to know.
Yeah.
They can think it about you, but they couldn't prove it about you. They can't look at you and say that definitively. And from a really young age, I always said that. Because I think he also knew that, I think, a lot of my best friends are black. A lot of my best friends are gay. A lot of them wow, my God, I don't have boring friends. It's annoying. I'm not trying to be friends with all white people. Right. My only white friend is, like, my best friend in the entire world. But, like, I got one of them. And that's it. I'm not trying to be boring out here. What the fuck, bro? Like, I need diversity in my life. So ever since then, I've always really thought about that. And I'm like, okay, yeah. You've got the winning hand. You're white and you're straight, and no one can prove anything else about you because they can't see it in you. And I'm like, that's deep.
It's a heavy burden. Like I said, like
not
white,
to say that my life is easier by any chance or anything like that, but like what you say is, you walk these marches, and I can't imagine to be there and feel like you're putting yourself on the line for a purpose that you do believe in, but it's partial to your whole. It's not everything that you are. And Black Lives Matter is 100,000% a realistic, totally genuine, authentic thing. Mm-hmm. But I think about my black friends, and half of them are you and half of them are not. And 50-50 doesn't make me feel good. Mm-hmm. I want everyone I know in my life to feel like that matters.
Yeah.
And how do you reconcile that as you walk? I really find that's impactful that you would go and put yourself in that situation, knowing that you yourself told me that there were a ton of white people in that Black Lives Matter march, which is super important, 1,000%.
For sure.
But where are the black people that believe in your rights as a gay person as well? That's what I'm more worried about.
I mean, the black community is very much, I mean, this is going to be probably problematic, but they're very much homophobic, for sure. Which is fine, because black people are institutionalized to think of Christianity, and Christianity says that being gay is a sin. So, which is fine. I'm totally comfortable with that. But a lot of them are forced that like being gay is a sin. Like being black is hard enough, then being gay is like 10 times. And like you said, like you drew the lottery. You're white and straight. White gay men are still afforded the opportunities you have, because some of them can pass for straight. Like a lot of these jock people or people that play football or people that come off as straight can still pass as white gay men, pass as white men. And they're gay.
And if you pass as a white man, you got
That's
it.
Right. If you pass as a white man, you have it.
Yep.
You are set up for life. Yeah. That is it. Right? So it's very hard to be a black. It was very hard for me growing up being a black gay man that was very outspoken. Like I feel like my partner has it differently. That's another topic, because he is kind of like a black straight man. If you are straight, then you're afforded more opportunities. But to be black and gay and very outspoken, like I'm not a very closeted gay person. Like you said, like when you met me, you knew that I was gay. I can't hide it. It's who I am. I'm that person. So it's very hard for me to live this life. And I accept that. I'm going to accept the challenge. I'm going to be the very best that I could be in any situation, for sure.
But so when does make it harder.
It does make it harder, for sure. When they said you're going to train this straight white guy, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care who he is. I'm going to train anybody because I'm the best.
Yes.
And I was trained at a very young age to be the best. Like, my mom knew at a very young age that I was going to be gay. She said, I knew you were going to be gay. I already knew you were gay. I was already gay at a young age. Because I was always this. I was never not this. I was very outspoken. I was 6 years old. We went to a restaurant. And the waiter spilled the drinks on the table. And I was the first person that got spilled on. I had on a polo shirt. My mom says, I like you had other shirts that I didn't change you with, but you were like, that girl's fired because where's your manager? I was 6, Nathan. I was 6 years old, and I said, where's your manager? Where is she? Because this is unacceptable. My outfit is ruined.
I'm here in the fit. And
I'm here in the trenches. I'm in the trenches. I'm here. My mom said,
life is hard enough. Don't fuck with my fit, bro.
Don't fuck with my fit, bro. My mom said, oh, yes, for sure. He's going to be somebody. And I'm going to be this. I was not afforded the same right as everybody else. So I have to work as harder as everybody else. Because not only am I black, I'm also gay. So it's also a thing, you know?
And you don't get to choose one.
I don't get to choose one or the other.
Right. You should be able to identify with both.
With both, yeah. I don't get to choose one or the other. So
but I think that your point is so poignant in that I talk to some of my closest friends that are black, and there are people in my life that are very close to me who are gay. Outside of you, I feel very lucky to have a super diverse group of people in my life. Mm-hmm. And when I talk to them, like from the religious aspect, it's like, hey man, like you're one of my best friends in the world, and I would want you to be at these milestones in my life. But if you were there, they're milestones for me, but they're really more things for people who are close to me who are gay. Mm-hmm. And would you show up? Would you be there? Mm. And it's amazing to watch people think about it in their minds and be like, well, biblically, no, I can't be there, but you're a real person to me in real life, and I know you.
Yeah. And
I support you, and I love you, so I would support you, and what I love you is your family, and I would be there. Like, okay. So it's amazing how that connection where it really does change everything. Mm-hmm. If you know someone personally.
Yeah.
That's the defining factor, man. It's like people who vote against this. It's like you just don't know that your uncle's gay. You know? It's like
exactly.
You don't know.
Your uncle is definitely gay.
Trust me. Trust me.
Trust me, your uncle
in your world. I don't care if you live in a farm in Oklahoma and 5 people. One of those people is gay.
Your uncle is gay.
Okay?
He likes little boys.
That's it.
I have to be.
And you're not, go ahead. And you're not a predator and you're not anything else, but you need to understand, crawl under, crawl out, go ahead, go around the other side. People have to understand that the people in your life are a projection of what you accept. And people are not going to, most of the time, try to get away from the easiest possible thing. They don't want their lives to be more difficult than they need to be. But in my life, the best people that I know are the people who are the most authentic, the most genuine, the people who are themselves, and that's hard as shit to be. And I don't want anyone to think that going forward they need to change who they are because they only get to be that type of person for those type of people. I know, just for me, for being a straight dude to do whatever I need to do, is I want to make sure that everyone's comfortable around me. I don't want to make sure anyone's uncomfortable for whatever I need to do, but I also feel like an obligation that when I'm with my friends, I always felt that like when I was in high school, I got to be that person, and then I grew up and I got to be someone different, and there are people in my life that are very close to me that are truly homosexual, truly gay, and
for sure.
And I'm truly not, but that does not change my perspective on things. And the idea that there are people out there in my life who are like marching for one cause, but are also supporting another cause and are not getting like appropriately supported on both causes drives me crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
it drives me crazy.
It's hard to it's hard, but we're still fighting the good fight. We're not going to give up.
Yep.
The Black LGBTQ plus community is still here. We're going to keep going. And, one fight at a time. We can't accept ourselves if, like, the world doesn't accept us at the same time.
Can I ask you a question where Adriana and I were going back and forth on this? Do you, to a certain extent, also feel exhausted by it? Like, do you feel exhausted every time you open up Instagram, every time you open up Twitter, every post, every feed is that?
Yeah.
That there is, I joke with her, I'm like, I go on TikTok every day because I just want to watch stupid cat videos. I'm like, because truthfully to me, in my heart of hearts, whether or not you agree with me or you don't agree with me, if you really know me and you really know me in my life and you think that I'm racist or I'm a homophobe, get the fuck out of here.
Of course.
There's you don't know me. There's no shot.
There's no way.
Like,
right.
But when I go on social media, sometimes I just want to watch a stupid video. I just want to relax. I just want to do. Is there any degree of that for you where you're like, even as a black gay man, you're like, whew.
Yes. When this whole thing happened, of course I was at the forefront. I was doing it, but at the same time, I was like, I need a break. I need a woosah, because it's a lot for people to take on. Like, this is a lot. Like, I just want to watch girls twerking on Instagram. I love girls twerking on Instagram. Yeah. Like, it's not cat videos. Like, I love booty. It's not cat videos. Like, I'm a gay man, but I love ass. Where the ass? Yeah, I like ass. Twerking. No, not that I'm a gay man. Gay men love ass. I love ass. I want to see your ass shake. I need a break. I need a breather. Like, I check in with my friends. I'm like, I'm mental health check-in. Are you good? Because, like, this is a lot. Mm-hmm. I had to pause social media for a while after I did the walk, because I was like, this is a lot for me to handle. This is too much mentally. I was like, I'm drained. Every time I would scroll, it would be something that was like towards the cause. Yeah, it's triggering. Which I support, like, speak your voice, but at the end of the day, like, I'm still a person. Like, I'm still a human, and I still have mental issues like everybody else. Like, I need a break.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna fight the good fight, but I'm also a person, and I need a break at some point in my life. Like, I need to be like, this is too much. Let me watch some ass shaking videos. Let me watch porn. I watch porn for sport. I just watch porn. Like, if it's not...
Oh, no.
If it's not Grey's Anatomy, I love Grey's Anatomy, you guys. If it's not Grey's Anatomy or, like... I was going to say Glee, but Leah Michelle just got called out for being...
dragged, bro! That's what I'm saying!
Rachel Berry got called out. And I want to say this right now. I'm a Glee fanatic. I love Glee.
You really?
I swear to God. If I could sing, I would be on Broadway. Like, that would be me. Like, I love Glee. I wish I could sing, but I can't. But I love Glee. So when Leah Michelle got called out, I said, yes. I do not identify with Rachel Berry, because that bitch was she was crazy.
Didn't she say, like, Leah Michelle said, like, I'll make your life hell.
She said, I'll make your life hell. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to shit in your wig. These people
I'm going to shit in your wig.
She told somebody, I'm going to shit in your wig. Like, what? But I never identify with Rachel Berry. Like, she's never been the girl for me on Glee. Yeah. Like, fuck her. But...
right, too much, regardless.
But I took a break, and I watched Grey's Anatomy, and I watched my little anime shows, and I was like, this is, I need a break. Because it's too much. It's too much for one person. Because it's sickening. And it's like...
Yes.
It's just a lot, for sure. If you have any type of conscience or a person or a human being, that's my problem.
But I think that
with your president.
I think yes, 1,000%. You just kind of flipped there and I'm like, oh, I can't go with the other thing. But I think you're 100% right. The bottom line is. Man. I think a lot of people online don't understand that the people in their lives are so multifaceted.
For sure.
There's so many degrees of sexuality and being and person that they're interacting with.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand that, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Totally, 100%. But it's more than Black Lives Matter. There's a lot of different things that are happening in here, and Black lives are gay lives and straight lives and trans lives and all this other stuff, and you're like,
yes,
if you're gonna pick one fight, you better double down on all of them.
You gotta pick all of them.
One.
That's my problem with Black Lives Matter,
and
it's all Black Lives Matter at the end of the day. Like, we are all black. I'm a black man, but I'm still also gay. Yep. Like, if you're going to choose that one, you have to choose all of them.
And that's
black trans, black gay, black lesbian, black non-binary.
Yep.
They're all in the spectrum. At the end of the day, we're all people.
Yes. And that's what fucks me up, is that I can talk to black, straight, religious friends of mine, and they would say that your life would burn in hell.
Crazy.
Versus there. And I'm like, what? You're friends with me. I'm a straight, white, Jewish man.
Right.
And you love me, and you love my family, and you think you would want me to burn in hell? What?
You're
This is a lot. This is a lot, bro.
This is a heavy topic.
It's a heavy topic.
It's a lot.
But all I'm going to say is, absolutely, 100%.
For sure.
Is you take it in stride, you fight for one cause, but you can believe in multiple.
For sure.
And that is okay.
Yeah.
And if you're at a march, Black Lives matters. LGBTQ lives matters.
Yep.
All of that. But if you're walking those walks, I just want people to be there to truly believe in that. If you're there and you say, hey, blue-haired people's lives matter, every single version of that person
matters. Regardless.
All of it, regardless. Yeah. You don't get to be there and think that a certain piece of that person's lives matters.
I love this.
That's not the same thing.
And I want to say, this is why we're friends.
Yes.
Because you have that view, you have that mindset. All my friends, I don't have many white friends.
Except me?
Except you.
Yeah.
And they all share the same exact thing. Like, you can't pick and choose what blue hair. We all have blue hair.
Right.
We all have blue hair.
Long-legged, like big foreheaded. It doesn't matter.
We're all the same person. Every person matters. Every person. That's how I feel. Like, every person matters. Our life was lost. Mm-hmm. They just happened to be black. That's it. Mm-hmm. But a person's life matters. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel in my heart of hearts. Like, people's lives matter. We can't take that for granted. Like, this is
Right.
It's
George
crazy.
Floyd could have been a straight man.
He could have been.
But if all you took was that he was a straight man, he could have been white.
It didn't matter.
But he was black.
But he happened to be black.
Everything.
It changes everything because black people are sought out in this country.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he was still a person.
Yes.
He was still a person.
He's just a guy.
He breathed and lived just like you and me.
Yes.
He pissed the same way.
Right.
Like, it does not matter.
Yes.
We all pee. We all poop.
Yes.
We all feel the same feelings. Like, that shit pisses me off. We're all people at the end of the day. We're the higher species on this planet. We should all be in solidarity.
Right. And we don't all act like that.
Like, that shit is wild to me. It's so wild to me that we're all this.
And there's that confusion where you're like, right, I'm here for a Black Lives Matter movement, but I'm not here for a gay lives
for LGBTQ.
Because you know there's people in that walk who would be like, oh, but I'm not here for gay people. And you're like, what? Are you
that shit is crazy to me.
serious?
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that we pick and choose
right.
the people.
Right.
We're all people.
What I can see, but what I can't see.
Because at the core, we're all people. We're all humans. We all walk on two legs. It's like we're animals or like insects or like reptiles. We're all people at the core. We might have different skin tones or different acidities, but at the end of the day, we all are wired the same way. You have a heart, you have a brain, you have a intestine, you have a kidney, you have a colon, you have a bladder.
Right. What's in your black body can save my white body.
Exactly.
Yep.
If you needed a heart transplant right now, and I was a match, would be it.
Yep. Your black heart would match my white heart. Yep. Right.
Hearts don't have colors. They're all the same color.
It's all the same shit. And you're right. That's a way better way than I would say.
Like, that's crazy. At the core of us, we're all strip away the color.
Yep.
Strip away the gender. We all we're all the same.
The inside can transfer.
The inside can transfer. Like, it may be a little different between male and female because they have more than we do, but at the end of the day, we're all people.
What are you gonna say?
If you need a heart, who do you care what heart it comes from? Do you care if it comes from a black heart, a gay heart, an Asian heart, a Middle Eastern heart, a Australian heart? It does not matter. You need a heart, don't you? Yes. So take it. Like, get out of here. Like,
that's right.
You're not gonna know where your donor is from. I'm an organ donor. I feel like
Same.
Like when
that's the first time I got it.
when I die, like, take it, give it to somebody else, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it does not matter.